let's get ready for a book signing. I cannot believe it. I'm so nervous. My book signing is tomorrow. I've waited for weeks and like now it's finally here, and it's so I'm trying not to freak out. But I'm going to talk to you about like what I'm taking to the book signing, and hopefully get y'all's feedback on yeah, is this the right stuff to take? Because I think I'm overthinking it, which is classic for me. So, so I'm just like, am I taking the right thing? Am I taking too much? Am I taking too little? And it's like this whole overthinking thing. So, social anxiety and all of that is like kicking in. And I know here I am, I'm on YouTube, right? So you wouldn't think that I would have social anxiety, but I do. Hey, Spider Man the Hero, welcome. It's good to see you. Good to see you. So yeah, I've been like had a little panic attack a little while ago, so that made me late. So sorry about that. So the book signing is about Service Dog Pipsie Helps After a Hurricane. I'm also, and all the profits all from that is going to go to the Johnson County Long-Term Recovery Group. So obviously I've got copies of that I'm taking with me to sign, of course. So, ta-da! So I've got that. So they've come in, and I'm going to have some copies of this one also. Profits from this one are not going to the Long-Term Recovery Group, but they are for the hurricane book. And so I've got it discounted to $10. And the way the profit works, Amazon doesn't charge as much. So if I order author copies, but the flip side of it, it takes freaking forever sometimes. But I got them. But online, they're $12 plus tax and everything. And then tomorrow at the signing, it's just $10. I thought that would be easier. But because of the way Amazon does it and they charge less, they're still getting the same amount of profit. So, and I'm going to send out a little cup. If you all think I should, I can set out a little cups, just saying donations go to the LTRG in case somebody wants to like donate an extra buck or two. Do y'all think that's overkill? Oh, Spider-Man the Hero is saying, make sure John doesn't forget to put his pink lipstick on. LOL. No, I don't think that's going to happen. He's not into lipstick. So anyway, I've got the books, and I got these little stands off of Amazon because like I get everything off of Amazon, as you all know. They're little plate stands. So I got these, and I'm going to put a book or two on it. So I've got that one, and then of course the main event, right? So I figured I would put those obviously out on the table. And so I'm working with one of those. This is in a church fellowship hall. So I've got one of those really large white round tables. What I've got to figure out, and I have decided 15 different times on this decision. So I've got to decide if I want to put a tablecloth on the table or not. And I know only I am going to double think this far, but it's like, it's going to look prettier if I put a tablecloth on it. But if my dog accidentally catches his collar on it or something, it can pull things off. So after talking with my husband, we're still on the fence. So this may be something I may just need to wait until tomorrow on. We'll see. I'm taking some snacks because every other week, the Johnson County Long-Term Recovery Group has what they call a partner meeting, which is where some of the organizations that have been partnering with them come together for this weekly meeting. And there's usually about 15 to 20. And I always try to send snacks because the board meeting starts at like 9 a.m. or so, and then it goes straight through until noon. And you don't know who's eaten and who hasn't. So anyway, long story short, I always do snacks for that, or I always try to. So I'm sending snacks tomorrow too. And I've got a gray tablecloth that's prison gray. That's the best way I can describe it. So I'm trying to decide if I want to put that on the snack table, and if I want to put a white one on my table, or just, let the church do whatever they're going to do for tablecloths. The other thing I was thinking about, if I use a cloth on the table, is that if I write on the books, it's harder to write when you've got a tablecloth, I think. What do you all think? What do you all think? Let me know. Put that in the chat. Tell me what you think. So I've got books. Oh, and I've got pens too. That I'm going to have Johnson County, Tennessee Long-Term Recovery Group. So they're giving these to me to sign with. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about the whole thing. I'm just also nervous. I've got coloring sheets. I've had these printed for just a little bit, but at the church, they said they would print out as many copies as I want them to. So I'm going to let them start out by printing like 5 copies of each, with the idea that, like, if a teacher comes and she wants to pick up copies of these for her kids at school, she can take however many she wants to, or she can just take the master. I think I'm going to let them print it if they want to. But I mean, they're welcome to these, but then if they also want to print more when they get back to school, so they're welcome to do that. And I am excited. I've got good news for you about the book signing. I don't know if I told you all or not, but a mental health group has paid to have a copy of Service Dog Pipsie Helps After a Hurricane put in each elementary school. Because there is a scene in this book where the character Daisy is upset because all of her flowers have washed away. Daisy flowers. And in that scene, Pipsie is comforting her and encouraging her to go talk to an adult. So, because that's going to be encouraging the kids, to encourage them to open up about their feelings, the mental health group felt like it was important enough that they got a copy for each elementary school. So the library has a couple of copies. So I'm excited for that. And so the school too. So I feel like word is starting to get out. And then, if teachers want these, they can have them. But like I said, the church said they would make however many copies. And if the teacher wants to print it when they get to school and make extras, that's okay with me. So there he is in his little service dog cape. But I wanted to have something so that any child who comes to the book signing, whether they get a book or not, if they just want to come and see Pipsie, I want them to be able to have something that they can walk away with. And so the coloring sheet is my answer to that. But we're in a poor area, so you can't rely on kids to have crayons. So to go with the coloring sheets, I bought crayons, and my husband made this cute little sticker for me. Y'all see that? Service Dog Pipsie books available on Amazon. So we have that, and we put one on each pack of crayons that I have. I've got I think it's 32 packs with stickers on them ready to go. But I bought a much larger pack. They just don't all have stickers on them. I actually got 150 crayon packs to take. So I'm hoping to be able to do more book signings, assuming I survived this one. And these, I hope, will be needed with those other book signings. So that's my hope. So I've got the crayons, the coloring sheets, both books, Service Dog Pipsie Helps After a Hurricane and Pipsie Goes to Service Dog School. Because part of what I want to do with the book series is I want to make it a little more normal for people who have a disability to be able to just be out there. So hence the 2 books. So there we go. I really don't have much on this one with me, but I do have a sign. I'll put this down here. Hold on. I do have the sign to put out. Whoops. So I've got this one saying, book signing, Service Dog Pipsie Helps After the Hurricane. And I'm saying that all profits go to the Johnson County Long-Term Recovery Group. So the full deal on this is that when the book came out, from that point to the end of December, all of my profits were going to the Long-Term Recovery Group. So now that it's been out for a few months, what I'm doing is all the profits from book signings done within Johnson County are going to go to the Long-Term Recovery Group. That way, if I want to go to another county or have that opportunity, I can help the long-term recovery groups there. But of course, my heart is right here because that's where I live. And we did, I think I told you all, 3,500 miles in that 30 days after Hurricane Helene. But I printed out the screenshot from Google Maps. It just seemed to me to be a good idea to have proof of how much we went. So I couldn't get back up into September, but I do have photos, and I'm putting together a video to the special song, Appalachian Strong. So I'm actually going to be putting this whole video up later this week. But let me get through the book signing first. But anyway, I want to be able to show proof that we really did go that far. So I pulled this off for October 2024. It's my Google Maps timeline up here. And over here, where it says driving, I'll hold this up so you all can see it, 3,794. That's what I drove in the month of October, according to my Google Maps timeline. So I thought I should probably have this with me so people can see it. So I've got that. I'm so nervous. Have y'all got any tips and tricks for how not to be quite so nervous? Oh, I know. You know, and social anxiety, I just want to toss out, is really weird because, like, I can do a training class on domestic violence in front of 300, 400 people, but everything's all laid out. You know, I know what I'm talking about, and I've got all of my notes in front of me, and I can do, you know, speaking in church on Sundays, but there again, everything's laid out. But this one-on-one stuff, oh my gosh. And like, I have a cheat sheet on every live stream now that helps me with what to talk about. So anyway, one thing I don't have, and this is 2 things that I don't have, and this is killing me. My yard signs did not come in. They are out floating around. So I don't have yard signs, but, you know, like, we've sent out blast emails. It's been on Facebook and everything. And we've told people, you know, and it's been announced in a couple of churches here and stuff. So if people can remember it, they all know where the book signing is and the time and everything. But my yard signs, which I know I need, did not come in. So what I'm trying to decide is if it's going to be worth it to make some signs similar to this and then just tape them up there at the church on the doors, Problem is, it's supposed to rain tomorrow. So with the rain and the weather, I don't know if it's worth putting these up or not outside. Now, this is for the book signing table, but the ones outside are what I'm not sure about. So, and I ordered them from this place online, and it's not their fault that I don't have them yet. It's just the postal service is saying that there is some delays. Case in point, I got postcards. Because I figured postcards would be really cool because, you know, it kind of combines my love of traveling with Service Dog Pipsie. And he's going to be there, by the way. Service Dog Pipsie is going to be the book signing, of course. And I do have his special travel crate. So if it gets to be, you know, a little bit too much for him, we can put him in his travel crate and he can get some downtime for a few minutes. So anyhow, these postcards are so cute. That's my favorite word, you know, cute. So I've got these. And on the back, it says the Service Dog Pipsie series shares heartwarming stories about service dogs, friendship, and helping others. It's by Gail Crabtree, available on Amazon, and follow us on YouTube right here at Bodacious. So, but I ordered these postcards at the same time that I ordered bookmarks, and the bookmarks were supposed to be here before the postcards arrived. Bookmarks aren't here yet, but I have the postcards. And I do have some of Pipsie's autographs. Let me put this back in here. And I didn't order but like 15 of these because I wasn't really sure how many kids would want a postcard because I thought the bookmarks were coming. But I also have the autographs, which are also packed up. And on the, whoops, turning it wrong side up. On these, this is his actual paw print. So it's not exactly perfect. When we give them out to the kids, I'll tell them sometimes, hey, he's still learning how to paint because he's a dog. But I do have these, and what these say, I actually carry these with me to give to kids when we see them out at a grocery store or whatever, and they ask if they can pet Pipsie. Instead of me just flat saying no, I will give them a card when I have them, and that tells a little bit about him. And so I've also given it out to adults who wanted to talk to me about how they could get a service dog and where they would go. So these say, hi, I'm Pipsie. I'm sorry I can't play or pet right now. Here's my autograph, though. I made it just for you. As an ADA service dog, I'm allowed to go where my human mom goes. I learned in Kansas. I can't talk tonight. I learned at Cares Inc. in Kansas how to do some cool tasks to help her out. This funny harness helps me brace her since she can't walk so good. If I'm petted or distracted, I can miss her stumbles. I also help with seizures, asthma, and do a fun high five. All this is why she calls me Good Boy. So I've got some of these that I'm going to take. Cute. And put them out with the coloring sheets. But I don't really know, like, I've only got 4 of these that he's painted. So I don't know if I should take more and have them out just in case. But I kind of feel like with the coloring sheets, that'll be enough. And certainly the people who are buying the books, I mean, they're going to walk away with something. I just want to have something that every child, whether they're getting a book or not, could have to walk away with. So, you know, hopefully it'll help them feel good about themselves or feel better. Because I think that's important. So they can pick up, the kids who aren't getting the book can pick up, you know, whatever they want to about Service Dog Pipsie helping after the hurricane, and they can get their crayon pack too. So, this is going to be available regardless. Do y'all think that's overkill? Hey, Grandma Lynn is here. Hey, Grandma Lynn. It is good to see you. Hi, and welcome. So, several of you all have just come in. So, hi, welcome to my Bodacious channel, where we're all about not letting life get in the way of living. And I want to invite you to subscribe. And don't forget to give me a like, please, on the video of live stream, because that really helps. So, I'm getting ready, for those of you who just come in, I'm getting ready to do my first ever book signing tomorrow. I'm so excited and nervous. This is very near and dear to my heart. I've got 2 Service Dog Pipsie books out. One is Pipsie Goes to Service Dog School, which is the first in the series. And then the second is Service Dog Pipsie Helps After the Hurricane. And that's what the book signing is going to be on tomorrow. And all of the profits from this are going to the Johnson County Long-Term Recovery Group for hurricane recovery. It's not going to, I'm not going to raise thousands and thousands of dollars or anything like that off of the book, I don't think. But every little bit helps, every little bit helps. And they actually did a interview, which has been picked up by Yahoo News. So thank you, Yahoo News, for doing that. And they're talking about some of the things that they need. But we still have people whose wells are bad, people who still have not gotten into their home, lots of damage, lots of structural issues, a couple of cases, the homes look fine from the outside, but the parts of their foundation washed away underneath. So while you walk up to the building, the house may look fine, but then you step on the porch and you realize that this porch is no longer attached to the house, and that everything except for the posts that are holding up, the foundation posts that are holding up the house, everything else is washed out from underneath it. Kind of a scary situation. So we have lots of people in that situation and lots of needs. And we've got some people who their houses were okay, initially, but now, because it hasn't been fixed yet, or because they're still dealing with the insurance company, and we won't even talk about that 4-letter F word that ends with an A. We won't talk about FEMA. But because we're still working on all of this, their houses have developed mold. And so some of them are having to move out of their houses to go stay with friends and relatives. Some of the campers that were donated don't have working heat. Maybe it didn't have working heat from the beginning. Maybe it went out. There's just all kinds of reasons for that. In the summer, it was air conditioning. And now we're worried about heat because it's winter. And so just lots and lots of things. They have I think 140 to 160 open cases, which that can be anything from somebody's car still being parked on their tree, to needing, trees taken off of their house and stuff like that. I know with us, we're not an open case because we're still trying to figure out how to do that. But the tree where most of the tree fell on my van originally, the rest of that tree, a good portion of it is now dying. So now we have to have tree people come out and cut down that tree. So we have that need, but we're not a long-term recovery group client because we're going to be okay. We just need it to warm up and to find somebody who wants to make a few bucks to trim a couple of limbs down, so chainsaw in maybe an hour, So there's a lot of people, though, like us, that have things that we're still dealing with that aren't official, if that makes any sense. So we still got that. But anyway, That's why the profits from the book signing are going to go to them to help with hurricane recovery. And if anybody, it's already come up, somebody's asked, what if they just want to help and they don't need a book? That's fine. You can just donate or send them a check or give it to me and I'll give it to them. If you want to sponsor a book, though, for a child in the county, we can do that. That's $10. So the child would have a book and the LTRG makes $4. So that's an option too. What do you all think, though? What is tell me your thoughts on the signing, the sheets, the books, the crayons. Do you all feel like the crayons with the coloring sheets are overkill? Or what do you think? And the reason I'm asking this is because I had a discussion. We're going to say discussion. We're going to use that term. We're going to be nice. This is YouTube. We're going to be nice on YouTube. But I had a discussion with someone who thought that perhaps I was going a little over the top with the crayons and the coloring sheets. I don't think so. But if you all, I would really be interested in hearing your opinions. And I do have, like I said, I've got the little postcards. But I just want all the kids to walk away feeling empowered. And I know a bunch of them, they're going to be coming to see the dog. I have no illusions on this. None at all. None at all. And I am really excited too, as far as Pipsie is concerned, because people get to pet him now. Whereas when we were going through all of this, they couldn't because he was a service dog. And he still is. And he's always going to have those skills. But hey, we've got some more watchers. Hi and welcome. But service dog Pipsie is transitioning. And here in a couple of weeks, we're going to go so he can get certified with my husband as a handler. And they're going to be graduating as a therapy dog team, which means people will be able to pet him. Some of the things that we've had go wrong since the hurricane is we've had some suicides and some things like that. So he'll be able to help when needed. So they'll just call us and he'll come over. So, yeah, we have to go to the organizations that invite us in with the service dog. With the therapy dog. So anyway, that's kind of, let me put that down there. Because I do have, like I said, this is his paw-tograph, take off on autograph, but it's paw-tograph. So we've got those for the kids, the sheets, the crayons, the postcards, wall supplies last. Little upset my bookmarks didn't come in, but who knows? Maybe the Postal Service will get them here before I leave tomorrow morning to go do the signing. Probably not, right? I've got a notepad that people can sign in on in case they need their caseworker or somebody from the long-term recovery group to get in touch with them. So I think I'm about as set up as I can be. Hey, Chaos Kevin is in the house. Hi, Chaos Kevin. How are you? Welcome. Good to see you. Welcome to my channel tonight. So, tonight's live stream is nothing like what I usually do. It's just that I have this book signing and I have this bundle of anxiety built up. And I don't even know what I'm going to wear. I have like 3 things picked out. So, yeah, I've got, actually, I'm going to show you all. You can tell me what you think. I'm always looking for suggestions, feedback, ideas. So I have to sit down. So I have these black pants I'm going to wear or jeans. I'm not sure which. And I've got this green top. And I've got this purple. This is a 2-piece with the turtleneck and the long sleeve shirt. So I've got that. Or I do have a bright blue sweater. So it's supposed to be cooler tomorrow and it's supposed to rain, which stinks. But at least it's not snow, right? So that's what I got to figure out for my outfit. So any suggestions that you all have, ideas? If you have done a book signing before, I would love to hear from you. So drop me a comment or come and chat. Or if it's before tomorrow, March 2nd at 10 a.m. Eastern time, the one I'm setting up. So if it's before then, you can always email me your suggestions. That's my email address coming up on the screen right now. There you go. There you go. So, yeah. So anyway, keeping it kind of short tonight, just so I can finish getting everything together and get things going. All right. So on this channel, we're all about not letting life get in the way of living. So go out and be bodacious and have a great week. And I'll see you all back here Sunday at 7:30. And I'll see you then. Sunday at 7:30. That is Eastern time. All right. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, you all. See you.